These are the top 3 best builds for Season 8 in NBA 2K24. There's only about 70 days left until 2K25, so if you're looking to make a new build, look into these. In Season 7, I had a 95 win percent with almost 500 games played, and I'll also shoot 70% from 3, so you can trust me when I say I had the absolute best builds. Now, these builds are best for all modes, but feel free to use it as a template and change anything you'd like. So the first build today I'm going to show you guys is my 1v1/2v2 build. So for the first build I'm going to be showing you guys today is my 1v1 build. It's so cheesy. You can even use it on the 2s as well. And if you want to change up some of the attributes, feel free to use this as a template and use it for 3s or 5s as well. But this mainly is my 1v1 and 2v2 build. So for the position, I went small forward just so I can put the weight up to 250 pounds. So I'm going small forward. The height, I'm going 6'7". The wingspan, I'm going to go 7'1". Now, starting off with the attributes, I'm going to put my speed all the way up to an 81. And for my acceleration, I'm just going to put it up to a 70. I feel like in the 1v1 and the 2v2 builds. Now, for my acceleration, I'm going to put it up to a 70. I feel like in the 1v1 and 2v2 courts, acceleration doesn't really matter too much. Now, for my strength, I'm going to go ahead and put this all the way up to a 90. Now, listen, this build on the 1s court and the 2s court, you got to be able to play defense. So we're rocking with a 90 strength, strictly to get 2 badges. We're going for gold brick wall and we're going for gold immovable enforcer. If you guys don't know, gold immovable enforcer is literally a better badge than clamps. It's basically clamps 2.0 but better. It causes a lot of bump animations on the perimeter, and that is why we were going with a 90 strength. You got to have a lot of defense on the 1s and 2s court. Now for the vertical, we're going to put this up to a 60. You guys are going to see why this build is very cheesy when it comes to layups. We're not going to do a whole bunch of, flashy dunks, so we're going to leave the vertical at a 60. Now for the stamina, it's a cheap attribute, so we're just going to put up to a 99. All right, so for the layup, we're going to go ahead and put this all the way up to a 91. Now let's go over a couple things. Naturally, bringing your driving layup up to a 91 is going to bring your close shot up to a 71. And one thing I did notice with having a 71 close shot, a lot of my other builds, I don't have a high close shot, but I do notice that this attribute is very underrated, very cheesy, and I make a lot of contested standstill layups. And I believe that's the close shot attribute being put into effect. Now, the main reason why I went with a 91 driving layup is to get gold slithery finisher. Now, I can say after playing on this build for a couple of seasons, I'm a very cheesy player and I like to spam the floater badge. Now, if you guys are looking just to, do a lot of floaters and be super cheesy, I don't even think you need a really a 91 driving layup, to be honest. You can even put it down to 88 to still get that Hall of Fame float game. I'm going to be rocking with a 91 just to open up the green window a little more, and we get gold slithery. And take a look at the other badges as well. I mean, we get gold fearless finisher, we get Hall of Fame acrobat, gold giant slayer, actually Hall of Fame giant slayer, gold bunny, Hall of Fame pro touch. Very, very, very underrated badge, and it's fire. And if you're into scoopers as well, you get Hall of Fame scooper. Now for the driving dunk, I went with a 40 strictly to get the CJ McCollum dunk package. It's a good dunk package, and it helps you get a lot more standings as well. 2K24, it's a weird game. You got to have your driving dunk up so you can get some standing dunks, which doesn't really make much sense, but that's just how the game is. Now for the standing dunk on this build, we ended up going with a 65 to get a few more standing dunk packages. And with a 65 standing dunk, you're going to get some pretty consistent standing dunk packages in this game. When someone's clamping you up with the layups and whatnot, you're gonna be able to get some standing dunks, drop steps, and dunk on the defender. Now, personally on this build, I strictly made it, obviously, to be comp, be good at the game, have a really comp build. But for the post control on this build, I went with a 92, and you really don't have to do this if you don't want. But with a 92 post control, you get gold unpluckable, and you also get a lot of great, post badges like post fade phenom. You get post spin technician, and once I upgrade my mid range and 3-point, you guys are going to see how high these badges actually go up. But a 92 post control is very cheesy. Now for the mid range, we're going to put this all the way up to a 90. Now the reason why we go with a 90 is because of the gold Deadeye badge, and we also get Hall of Fame open looks, which is a very cheesy badge. Okay, it's very cheesy. And for the 3-point, we're actually going to put it all the way up to a 76. And with a 76 3-point rating, you get a still green very consistently. You guys have got to remember, with a high mid-range, you are naturally going to get really good badges like Hall of Fame open look. So that is going to help you out when you're shooting with a little bit of a lower 3 ball. It's going to help that lower 3-point rating out. But take a look at the badges we get. We get gold blinders, gold catch and shoot, gold Deadeye, gold green machine, gold space creator, Hall of Fame comeback kid, gold guard up, gold midi magician, acceleration, we are going crazy on this build with the shooting badges. Now for the free throw, we're going to leave this alone strictly because this is a 1v1 and 2v2 build. But if you want to use this as a template, like I said, feel free to upgrade the free throw and lower something else. Now for the pass accuracy, man, a lot of people have lots of different opinions about pass accuracy in 2K24. But for me personally, I think a 71 pass accuracy is fine for the 1s and 2s. For the 3s, I think the lowest you should go is probably like a 77 to get that bronze needle threader. But 71 is more than good enough on the 2s or 1s. And if you want to be safe, you could put it up a little bit. But if you're feeling dangerous, you could even put it down to like a 65, to be honest. Now for the ball handle on this build, I ended up going with an 87. Okay, I went with an 87 to get gold killer combos. I feel like it helps me out a little bit more. But if you're looking just to dribble smooth and get open, I would definitely be rocking with the Kimba escape package. Okay, and to get that, you need an 86 ball handle, but I went with an 87 to get silver killer combos. And for the speed with ball on this build, I ended up going with a 75 to get silver speed booster. So for the speed with ball, I went with a 75 to get silver speed booster. Now listen, man, a lot of people think you don't need to speed with ball, and honestly, if you're gonna do a no speed with ball build, honestly the best mode to play it on is 1s and 2s, to be honest. But for me personally, I like silver speed booster, so that's what we're gonna be rocking with a 75 speed with ball. Now after playing 2K24 since the game has dropped, I came to a conclusion that interior and your block rating literally don't mean anything. You can have a high interior and a high block, and sometimes you just don't get stops. It's a very inconsistent attribute. Both of those attributes are very inconsistent. So we're gonna be rocking with a 61 interior, and I'm gonna show you guys why in a second. We're actually gonna be rocking with bronze anchor, and that is more than good enough in this game. Now for the perimeter, we're gonna be going with an 82 to unlock silver challenger. And for the steal rating, we're gonna be rocking with an 85, and with an 85 steal rating, you get that silver glove, which is more than good enough in 2K24. Now for the block rating on this build, we're going to be rocking with a 77 to get that bronze anchor, like I said. And we also get bronze chase down artist as well, which is very nice. And for the leftover attributes on this build, we're just going to put it on offensive rebound. We really can't put it anywhere else. And ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and see what the build name is. And the build name is an inside the arc score. Like I said, guys, this is a 1v1 and 2v2 build of mine, but feel free to change things up and you know, make it a template. And the build name is an inside the arc score. Like I said, this is my 1v1/2v2 build. Feel free to use this as a template and change anything you want according to the mode you're going to play. So let's go ahead and get into the second build. So this build I'm going to be showing you guys up next is my 3v3/5v5 build that I use. It's a point guard build, and it's super nice. Okay, so like I said, 3s and 5s, I use this build. For the position, we're going point guard. For the height, we're going 6'6". I think 6'6" is the best height for a point guard in 2K24. Now for the weight, we're going 192 pounds, and the wingspan, we're rocking with 6'8". The reason why we're going with a 6'8" wingspan is to get that silver limitless range badge, and you guys are going to see how good it is. But let's go ahead and continue. Starting off with the physicals, we're going to be looking at the speed attribute, and we're going to be rocking with an 86 speed on this build. The speed attribute at an 86 unlocks gold speed booster. I think if you're running point guard for the 5v5 court or the 3v3 court, I think gold speed booster is a must. Now for the acceleration, we're going to be rocking with a 73. The vertical, we're actually going to be putting this all the way up to an 82, and the reason why we're going with an 82 is to get a lot of good dunk packages. You guys are going to see once I upgrade my dunk. And like I said, use this build as a template, but if you're going to change anything, do not change vertical. Leave that at an 82. It's a must. Obviously for the stamina, we're going to be going with a 99. Now for the driving dunk, we're going to upgrade this. Now for the driving dunk, we're going to put this all the way up to a 94. And naturally with a 94 dunk, you're going to have a 74 driving layup and a 54 close shot. Now there's a lot of reasons why we go with a 94 dunk. Number one is to get a lot of the great dunk packages in 2K24. To be honest, you don't need anything higher than a 94. A 96 dunk is okay, and a 99 dunk is good as well, but it's really all about the same. So save your attributes and stick with a 94 driving dunk. We get gold posterizer, Hall of Fame slithery, gold precision dunker, Hall of Fame bunny, Hall of Fame spin cycle, all these great badges, all these great finishing badges. So a 94 dunk is going to set you up for success. Now for the standing dunk, we're going to go ahead and put this up to a 40 because you do unlock one standing dunk package, and it comes handy when you're in clutch situations and you really don't have a driving dunk there, but you're looking for a bailout for a standing dunk. Now for the three-pointer, we're going to be rocking with a 92 three-pointer. Okay, now the reason why we're doing that is to strictly unlock unlock that silver limitless range badge. So when you get takeover, you're going to be able to pull from deep. And then we're also going to upgrade the mid-range to a 78 on 2klabs.com. They said statistically with a 78 mid-range, your green window opens up a lot more. So we're going to be rocking with a 78 mid-range. And the free throw, we're going to put this all the way up to a 99. You know, clutch situations, we have Hall of Fame free points, so we can knock down our free throws. Now the pass accuracy is a very crucial rating in my opinion when you're playing 3s and 5s, and on this build we're putting it all the way up to a 92. Pass accuracy rating is very, very important in my opinion. Like I said, man, I use this build in the 3s and 5s, and I think the lowest you should really go with on the 5v5 court, in my opinion, is a 91 pass accuracy. You get silver bailout and a lot of other great playmaking badges as well. Now for the ball handle, we're going to put this all the way up to a 92, and the reason why we do that is to get a lot of badges like gold unpluckable, gold ankle breaker, gold handles for days, and as you guys can see, we also get blow by, and once I upgrade my speed with ball, that's actually going to get upgraded to a silver status. Now for the speed with ball, we're going to put this all the way up to an 83 to unlock gold speed booster and gold hyperdrive. Now for the interior on this build, we're going to put this all the way up to a 51. For the perimeter, we're going with a 58 to unlock bronze off-ball pest. And for the block rating, we're putting that all the way up to a 71. Okay, now listen, I don't know if I said this at the beginning of the video, but this build is strictly a 5v5 build and 3v3 build when you're playing with someone on the court who is a lockdown defender. Okay, this build is not going to be getting consistent stops on ball. You're not getting any plugs, you're not getting any lanes. This build is strictly for off-ball defense, and on the court you should honestly have a lockdown that's, you know, just going to play its role. So this is not a build to play random rec with or randoms in the park. This is a build for a team squad, and the build name is an offensive heavy point. Let me know what you guys think about this build down below in the comment section. Let's go ahead and get into the third and final build. Now you guys know I got to show my big men some love. This is one of my favorite center builds in 2K24. Let's go ahead and go over it. Now for the position, we're going center. Height, we're going 7'1", the weight 249 pounds, and the wingspan is 7'11". Max it out. Starting off with the physicals, the speed, you know we got to max it out all the way up to a 60. Now for the acceleration, we're going to leave that at a 45. We're really not going to be doing any dribbling. And for the strength, we're going to go ahead and max it out at a 90 to get gold brick wall and gold immovable enforcer. Now for the vertical, we're going to put this all the way up to a 77. And for the stamina, we're going to go ahead and max it out at a 97. Now for the standing dunk, we're going to put this all the way up to a 92. We get gold fast twitch, we get gold rise up, gold aerial wizard, and gold precision dunker. Now for the driving dunk, we're going to put this all the way up to a 73 for some really good dunk packages, and we also get bronze posterizer. For the mid-range, we're going to go ahead and put this all the way up to a 76, and the reason we do that is for silver green machine. Now for the three-point rating, we're going to go ahead and put this all the way up to a 74 so we can knock down those corner threes. And now for the three-point rating, we're going to go ahead and max it out at a 74 so we can knock down those three-pointers. And for the free throw, we're going to go ahead and put this all the way up to a 77. The pass accuracy, in my opinion, any 5v5 center build, in my opinion, I think you should be rocking with a 92 just so you can get that Hall of Fame break starter. And with a 92 pass accuracy, it's naturally going to bring your ball handle up to a 57. You can't bring that down literally. Now for the interior on this build, I ended up going with an 82 for silver post move lockdown. So for the perimeter, we're going with a 58 so we can get that bronze off ball pet. And the steal rating, we're putting this all the way up to a 60 so we can unlock bronze interceptor. Now for the block rating on this build, I ended up going with an 87. Now for the block rating, I went with an 87 for silver anchor. The offensive rebound on this build, I ended up going with a 92. Now the reason why we go with a 92 is to get that gold rebound chaser. We get a lot of great badges like gold box out, we get gold pogo stick, and Hall of Fame post playmaker as well. Now for the defensive rebound, we're rocking with a 91. Now you do have a leftover attribute, so you can really put this anywhere if you want, but I just went ahead and put it in post control. And let's go ahead and take a look at the build name. And this build name is pretty cool. It's actually called a break starter. It's a 7'1" center, and I love the build name. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys leave a like. We got about 70 days until 2K25. I know you guys are excited. I am too, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.